Solent Warrior.
Back to another episode on the Solent Warrior. We are out at the crack of dawn and it's a bit of an exploratory day today. We've been having a look through our navionics charts and I've found a couple of little spots that look very interesting. We're going to do a bit of mixed fishing in the morning on some sandbanks in around about 100 foot, just to see what I've never fished it before. We'll see what's on them. And we've got a few wrecks we're going to have a little look in, and we're just going to have a little bit of a mix up all day. It's a little bit choppier than we thought this morning, but we have got tide against wind at the moment, so this is going to flatten off in about an hour or so. We've got about 20 miles to go, so we better get on with it. We're on the way to the mark and we've got a little bit way late because there's a big pod of dolphins. There they are. Over here. Yeah. Big pod of dolphins in there, which is unusual for our area. We do get them. These big dolphins, so I'm going to have to do a bit of research on this. They're very, very big and very, very dark. I mean, pretty much black. There was a calf with one of them that looked a little bit lighter. Really rounded nose as well, isn't it? Yeah. It's not like the small dolphins we see in Cornwall.
No, there wouldn't be porpoises. Too big for porpoises.
They're too big for porpoises. That's definitely a dolphin, but I just don't know what. Oh, that was a good one. Oh yeah, he's right in front of the boat. Right next to us. Yeah. Oh, right here. Right, well we dropped the anchor. There's two charter boats on a similar ground to us. But once our line had tightened up, we were fishing behind the charter boat. Now, it depends on how he's going to pull his anchor up. If he's using an ordinary buoy like me, I'm completely in his way. So we've pulled the anchor, we've moved along a little bit, get a little bit out of his way. Just going to show you what we're using here. pretty simple. So we've got a sliding lead locked into about 3 foot. Little lead clip. And then we've got a 200-pound swivel and then a removable hook length. So if we pick up a big conger or anything like that, or we're getting a tangle, it's easier to deal with. Another 3 foot of 60-pound fluoro down to it's a 4.0 little circle. This one that'll have a little fish bait on it at the moment. We've got J hooks on the others, but that's what we're doing. So we're just fishing big squid baits at the moment. The mark we're on at the moment should hold some decent sized whiting, which both me and Dad like to harvest. In fact, I think I prefer it to cod. You know, a big fresh whiting fillet.
Fresh whiting is lovely.
Yeah. Maybe I'm only saying that because we can't catch cod. I don't know. But it's I mean, pollock. I would pick cod over pollock, but they're still very similar taste. The whiting's got a bit more sweetness to it. See if we can find some. That's all baited up for you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Do you want me to cast it out for you?
No, I'll be all right.
We're just picking up a bite on this outside rod. This particular mark should hold painted rays, thornback rays and spotted rays. Maybe the odd blonde. When I'm seeing a few bites, good chance it could be a dogfish. But if it's a ray, I want the ray to get the bait in its mouth. You'll get a false bite as the ray is settling on top of the bait because it's getting in front of the line. You'll get little false bites. Definitely something on here though. Have a little look. I think we missed him on that occasion. Give it line, give it time. What I've just set up, Dad, on a fourth rod is a 3 hook. It's a 2 up, 1 down beaded whiting rig. You can get these from Rovers. If you're in the area, pop yourself into Rovers Tackle because they do a lot. I mean, a lot of people like to stick their own rigs together, but sometimes if you're like me and working 6 days a week and then trying to get a fishing session in as well, it can be hard to find the time. But Rovers sell pre-made rigs and I trust them very much so. There's quite a lot of tackle shops that I'll have a look at the rigs, I'll have a look at the knots, and there's not a chance of using them because if you lose that fish for a lifetime, you're better off trying to blame yourself than, oh, it's because I bought a shitty rig from this place, you know. But with Rovers, I'm quietly confident with them. Let him hang himself because there's, like I said, there's, especially with the cod as well, cod and rays. If you hook a cod in its mouth and it's big, there's a good chance you're losing it at the back of the boat.
Yeah.
I was always taught by Mick Gill when I went out codding on charter boats. If you see a bite, give it a metre of line. Sit on your hands for a couple of minutes. Especially when we're cod fishing, just let it gut the bait.
Yeah.
But it's the same with rays. You lose a lot of rays because you'll get that, you know, your bait's like that and it'll come across the top and you'll get bites. A scratching rig is starting to get, I'll tell you what you're doing now, I'll pass this. Get it right out of the way. You get him?
No, I don't think so.
Little taps of mine. We're starting to get. I'll put this in there, so- What we're starting to get now, we're starting to get a few bites here and there because we've had the bait in for maybe 20 minutes. So now we've got a scent trail running out. We've got a series of sandbanks behind the boat, which fish will sit behind these sandbanks because they're lazy. They want to be out the tide. They want the natural food to come to them. They don't want to be searching around all over the place for food. So once our scent is going over these banks, it's going to draw them up to hopefully our baits. Okay, so one of our rods doesn't have a leader because on our last session we lost the leader. So I'm going to show you the Albright knot. This is my leader, £60. All I do, just fold it over like that. Hold it in my left hand. Braid in the right hand. Up through the hole. And then bring maybe 5 or 6 inches. And then pin it. So you can use this finger to start wrapping round. I'll just put it out of here. Start wrapping round both bits of the loop, both legs of the loop. I generally go round about 12 times. I haven't been counting on this, but I reckon we're about there. Now, you'll have that loop with your braid wrapped around the 2 legs of it, and we came up through that. Go back down through that now, and then that will pull tight slowly. See how that's coming together? Once you've got it to a point like that and you can't pull it anymore, if you get both ends of the leader and just pull it down tight like that, and then that tiny little lead knot. Anything?
I think there was a weight, but now what's the shot?
Have a look at that boat. It's been ragged a little bit, but I'm going to put some elastic on it for you. And have we got our first customer of the day? Oh no! Right. Here we go. That's Andy.
Yeah, do you want to try putting it back in?
Yeah. Yeah, the looks like the this is all bent up. Just be real careful with it for a minute. Let me see if I can find a real clamp. We have got a fish on here. Hopefully it's a nice big whiting. Oh. Swinging it. Well, it wouldn't be an episode on Solent Warrior without the first fish being a stinking dogfish. Right, well, I was just going to check my bait. Little whiting. Not big enough to eat. Big enough for a live bait, if you're in the right area for a live bait, but we'll pop him back. Whiting come through with me, hopefully. He's on. Yep. Yeah, he's on there. No more dogfish. One is enough. Alright.
This is either a decent sized whiting.
It looks a bit more jaggedy than a dogfish.
Oh,
Over the top. Oh, I think that could be a whiting. Ah! It's going to be a dogfish day. Another dogfish day. As this tide starts picking up a little bit more, we should start losing the dogfish a bit.
T-bar.
T-bar is there. That's what we're hoping for anyway. Starting to pick up a bite on this. Fish on. Taking that really steady then, because there was quite a bit of weight, so it might be a small ray. But it's not. Well, while it's quiet. Absolute game changer.
Use some of the residual heat there and warm up the that's all left. That's it, one of those boats, I think. I don't do any cooking on the boat. I just have posh pot noodles and porridge, biscuits and stuff like that.
Good morale boost.
Yeah,
Oh, it is cold, isn't it?
yeah.
It's a shame.
Fucking useless. Ah, you haven't got a kettle, have you?
That's that way.
Oh, that's good. Shall we? No, you've got it.
Fish on. If you'd looking for a fish, you're not picking up any bites, cook a pasty and have a cup of coffee every time. Oh, you come off? As you're running. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Oh. Go on. Right, at the moment it's a bit of a dogfish sesh. We're bringing them in pretty regular at the moment. We've had one decent fish take the bait in between, but had spun the hook up and the hook had sort of gone backwards and it wasn't hooked. We'll probably fish this out for another 45. I want to start fishing it until it starts slowing back down again, because I think the rays will come on the feed as it starts coming down. But we're going to fish it out for a little while longer, get through all these dogfish. We might pick up a decent fish in amongst it all. Unfortunately, winter fishing, that is winter fishing for you. You're not going to get away from these dogfish at all. If you go out into the deeper water, you'll have less, but we've got quite a big tide today, so it's difficult to get out into the offshore sort of gullies or anything like that. So we'll fish this out, and we've got a handful of marks sort of that are heading back towards, that's the island in the background. We've got a few marks that we can sort of drop in on the way through, maybe a few wrecks we can chuck some lures around. The mark we wanted to fish this morning, we sort of got halfway to it, and we had a sort of tide against wind, and it was quite a leery chop, and it was a 20-mile trip. So we thought there was a good chance we're going to get all of that way, and if it was choppy, then it'd be very difficult to anchor in deep water, because the boat's coming up and down like that in the chop, and it's pulling the anchor, especially when you've got 1.7 knots top. Rope out than this as well, I think. We'll be anchoring in, so about 100 foot. Right, well, the sun is in an awkward place, but we're anchored on a new mark. It took us 3 attempts to anchor this mark. We've got about 1.6 knots of tide at the moment. It's 2 big ridges, and we're in 100 foot. So the idea is to try and get on top of one of them ridges, so you're fishing down the back of it. We've got about 250 foot of rope out at the moment to try and get to where we will need to be. We had to anchor, then go further up tide, anchor again, go further up tide. But we're pretty much where we want to be. As this tide starts easing down now, it's at 1.6 at the moment. It's going to be getting better and better. It's going to be going 1.6, 1.5, 1.4 and dropping. We may be able to just start the engine and motor the boat towards the anchor and just take a little bit of rope in until we're sat right on top of one of the ridges. It's going to be the feature that the fish are running up and down. But we've got a couple of baits in. We're struggling on 1.5 pounds at the moment, aren't we? Yeah, struggling on 1.5 pound lead, but like I said, it will get better and better as the afternoon goes on. Finally. Right. Well, our first bait's gone down. Are you into something?
No. Probably just stay out. I'll stay out.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. It's a big fish, whatever it is. I'm hoping it's a spur, but we will pick up big congers on it. If you notice, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but the line's staying very deep and close to the boat. With congers, it'll go right out at the back of the boat. So this is either a ray or a spur. Have I picked you up? Have you got any weight? Hey? Yeah?
Oh, hang on. No, it is a bit flat.
Right. I think I picked you up as well then. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here now. Hey?
Us two together. Yeah, something's that.
Yeah.
I think we're both into the same fish, I think.
Are we?
Good one.
Very deep. Oh, I've got a leader coming up. Right. Whoa, big ray. Right.
What do you do?
Come around this side.
Over the top?
No, you just lay right hand side of me. I'm gonna pull up a little bit. Lovely. He's got to be nearly double figures. You'll see this is called a thornback ray, and you'll see why, because of all of them thorns all across his back. He's got two lines running down his back. But this one, which they quite often have, if I can turn him round, there's all them spots there are little markings as well. Sorry, little thorns as well. This is a male, so they are probably to latch on to the female when they're breeding. Let's get him back. Oh, he sulked off. Let it take line if he wants to take line. Let me come over the top of the other rod if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Are you getting anything yet?
No.
That's a big conger, I reckon. Oh, I hope it's a spur, actually. Once I've got this baited up, I'm going to change the camera angle. Finally, we're into a decent fish here. I don't reckon that's a conger, you know.
You don't?
No. Oh, don't know. It's looking more and more congery. It's either a...
There's a bit of jerking from time to time.
Yeah, that'll be it, trying to swim backwards or spinning. I think maybe it is a conger then. Let's move this rod over. Yeah. A little bit more. He's onto the leader. It's staying quite deep, which is making me think it's not a conger. Be a nice spur. Please be a nice spur.
Actually, I'm not on the leader there.
No?
Something else. It's not leader yet, is it?
Oh. I don't reckon that's conger. I'm hoping it's not. Because that is a spur. It's a big fish. It's all very quiet on the boat. Whiting head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You said to me, so what would take a whiting head? There's leader, just about to come out of the water now. Oh, he's going again. Oh, nice and slowly. There you go. Was that leader not trying to come through?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going. He's going. He's taking the leader back. See if you can come around this side a bit. That's it. Angling around that side. That's the one. That's a big fish, Dad. Is he taking line back?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to keep the hook in him. Just bring that rod round the front a little bit. He's going to come over the boat. And if you can just square that camera up so it's facing the back of the boat. That's it.
Like so.
Right. You come to the left-hand side of me, Dad. Over the top of that line, if you can. Oh. I'm stopping, getting tangled up. Right. Grab his tail and hold him up. Wait there, 2 seconds. There we go. 1, 2.
Try again.
Go on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Look at that. A conger. Right, over the side. Oh. Right. T-bar.
I have the T-bar. Here it is.
He's in a state of your coat yet?
Yeah. And away.
And away. Well, that's it. We've lost the tide, so the fishing has completely died. Once the tide stops, your scent's not getting taken anywhere. The fish haven't got anything to follow it up. And all your lines are underneath the boat getting tangled up. So that's it. That's us for the day. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's completely free. It's a massive help to the channel. And we'll see you on the next one.